I mean, as you know, I've predicted this sort of thing would happen for 30 years. There's a covert rogue military component that is behind all these drone sightings.
Dr. Stephen Greer has made some bold and startling claims about what's really going on in the U.S.
All drones in the sky. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Seven right here.
The ongoing surge in drone sightings, the government's silence, and the military secrecy have created a storm of conspiracy theories and wild speculation. People are starting to wonder, could extraterrestrial forces be a threat to our planet? While it might sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, Dr. Greer's theories might just make you rethink what you know about aliens. So what exactly has he uncovered, and what's his take on the mysterious drone-like objects hovering over the U.S.? Greer's theory on the drone surge. Imagine looking up at the sky one evening and seeing not one or two, but dozens, maybe even hundreds of drones flying in perfect formation. They move in ways that make you question everything you thought you knew about technology. This isn't a futuristic sci-fi scene. It's something that's been happening all across the United States in recent years. While most people brush it off as just another military test or a tech trend, Dr. Stephen Greer, a well-known UFO researcher, has a theory that might make you rethink everything. According to Greer, these drone sightings could be part of something much bigger, something that could change our understanding of the world and the universe itself. Drone sightings have been escalating across the U.S. from Colorado to Nebraska. Thousands of reports have surfaced, describing large swarms of drones flying in intricate patterns, often at night. Local authorities, military personnel, and everyday citizens have all witnessed these strange aerial formations, yet no one can explain who is behind them or why they're appearing in such vast numbers. In 2019, the phenomenon hit a fever pitch, with reports of thousands of drones flying at once. Despite the growing buzz, the government has remained tight-lipped, offering little to no explanation. So what exactly is going on here? This is where Greer's theory comes into play. Known for founding the Disclosure Project, which aims to expose government secrets about UFOs and extraterrestrial life, Greer offers a perspective that's as captivating as it is controversial. While the majority of drone sightings are attributed to civilian or military use, Greer believes they could be part of something much more covert. He posits that these drones might not be human-made at all. Instead, they could be linked to advanced technologies, potentially even extraterrestrial ones that have been concealed by the government for decades. His theory challenges everything we know about technology and suggests that what we see in the sky might not be as innocent as it seems. Could it be that extraterrestrial forces are behind these drones, and we've just been kept in the dark? Greer's claims aren't pulled out of thin air. For years, he has spoken about the U.S. government's secret knowledge of extraterrestrial life and the technologies it has allegedly reverse-engineered from UFOs. He argues that some of the technologies used in these mysterious drones could be part of that very same hidden knowledge. According to Greer, these drones don't behave like typical civilian or military devices. They move with a level of precision and intelligence that's far beyond anything currently available to humanity. Their flawless formation, flying, and almost otherworldly capabilities suggest the involvement of a level of technology that humans simply haven't mastered yet. Greer's theory is bold. These drones aren't just flying around by accident. Could they be part of a slow, deliberate preparation for a revelation that's been hidden in plain sight for decades? What's even more mind-boggling is how these drone sightings seem to tie into a much larger, ongoing phenomenon. UFO reports. Over the past few years, credible UFO sightings have surged, especially from military personnel and pilots, individuals who are highly trained to identify aircraft. These aren't your average UFO stories. They're coming from people who know what to look for, yet they're reporting objects that defy all known logic. Some UFOs appear to violate the laws of physics, moving at speeds or performing maneuvers that no known aircraft could replicate. In 2020, the Pentagon declassified several videos showing military encounters with unexplained aerial phenomena, or UAPs. These videos left experts baffled as the objects displayed behavior that seemed to break all the rules. While these UFO videos have received the bulk of attention, Greer believes there's an even bigger, more complex story at play. one that ties these UFOs and mysterious drones together. For years, Greer has been vocal about the government's knowledge of extraterrestrial life and its efforts to cover up that knowledge. His Disclosure Project, launched in 1993, brought together numerous military and intelligence figures, astronauts, and pilots to share their own encounters with UFOs. These people testified to witnessing objects that defied conventional explanation, often exhibiting capabilities that no human technology could replicate. Greer argues that these drone sightings are part of a broader strategy to prepare the public for the eventual release of information about extraterrestrial life. The drones, he believes, are a test run, a way to ease us into a larger truth that's been kept under wraps for far too long. While some dismiss Greer's ideas as outlandish, the growing number of reports and the level of expertise behind them suggests that something far stranger could be at play. In 2019, drones began appearing in swarms over Colorado, causing a stir across the media. Despite widespread speculation, no one could definitively identify who was behind the strange aerial activity or why these drones were flying in such complex formations. Some reports even describe the drones as being as large as vehicles, moving with pinpoint precision. Greer argues that these weren't just ordinary drones. Greer's theory raises some unsettling questions. What if these drones aren't just a coincidence? Could they be linked to advanced, even extraterrestrial technology? Or perhaps they are part of a much larger cover-up designed to prepare the world for a truth that would shake the very foundation of human understanding? According to Greer, the increasing frequency of these sightings could be a calculated move by the government to slowly introduce the public to the idea of extraterrestrial life, a revelation that could have far-reaching consequences for humanity's view of the universe. The timing of these drone sightings makes Greer's theory all the more compelling. As drone technology continues to evolve rapidly, and UFO reports from credible sources continue to pile up, it's hard not to wonder, are we being slowly prepared for something monumental? In 2020, the U.S. government acknowledged the existence of UAPs, confirming that military personnel had tracked objects that defied conventional explanation. For Greer, this is only the tip of the iceberg, a small step toward a much larger process of disclosure that could eventually change everything. As drone sightings continue to increase and more individuals report strange aerial encounters, the questions surrounding them grow more urgent. What exactly are we seeing in our skies? Could these drones be part of a military or commercial operation, or are they part of something far stranger? Greer believes that these sightings are merely the beginning of a far-reaching and world-altering event. What if the truth has been hiding in plain sight all along, just waiting for us to notice? Greer's theories on the surge of drone sightings suggest a reality much larger and more complex than we've been led to believe. While his ideas might seem far-fetched, the questions they raise are impossible to ignore. As more sightings continue to emerge and UFO reports become more frequent, it's clear that something unusual is happening in our skies. The real question is, what does all of this mean for us? Are these drone sightings simply a precursor to a much larger revelation? Or are we witnessing the early stages of a worldwide shift in understanding that could reshape our view of everything? Uncovering the secrets of extraterrestrial life. The search for extraterrestrial life has moved from the realm of science fiction into the spotlight of serious scientific inquiry. In recent years, UFO sightings and the potential for contact with alien civilizations have raised a new set of questions that seem to blur the lines between what we thought was possible and what we might be facing in the future. The most recent developments only add fuel to the fire, and as we step into the unknown, it's impossible not to wonder, what if we're on the verge of uncovering something that could completely change humanity's future? What if the unknown isn't as unknown as we think? This is the question many are asking after the Pentagon's groundbreaking report in November 2024. It confirmed the presence of over 24 UFO sightings that remain unexplained, even after extensive investigation. With the military and government at the helm of these revelations, we're left with more questions than answers. Are these sightings evidence of foreign technology, or is there something even more extraordinary happening? The mystery continues to grow, but no matter how we slice it, one thing is clear. UFOs are no longer just a fringe topic. As scientists dig deeper into the mystery, the discovery of extraterrestrial life is gaining serious traction. The tools available to researchers today are pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible. In fact, the search for biosignatures on exoplanets is now at the forefront of space exploration. These planets, many of which exist in the habitable zone of distant stars, could harbor life. The potential to discover even microbial life beyond Earth would not only shake the foundations of science, but challenge everything we know about our place in the universe. But here's the catch. The odds are still against us. The vast distances between us and these planets mean it will take years, even decades, before we can say for certain whether we are truly not alone. Still, the more we learn, the more questions arise. What if the discovery of extraterrestrial life wasn't the breakthrough we expected, but a threat in disguise? This unsettling thought has been voiced by many, including the late Stephen Hawking. In 2010, he warned that making contact with an advanced extraterrestrial civilization could be dangerous. He cautioned that such beings might not view humanity as an equal, but rather as a resource or even a potential threat. As mind-boggling as it sounds, Hawking's prediction resonates today, especially with the increased frequency of UFO sightings and speculation about government cover-ups. Could an advanced alien civilization pose a threat to Earth? It's a question that we can no longer ignore. Public perception of UFOs and extraterrestrial life remains divided. Many are excited about the possibility of making contact, hoping it could open doors to new technology and knowledge. Others, however, fear the unknown. What if the very discovery of alien life was the beginning of something we aren't prepared for? According to several studies on public reaction, the thought of extraterrestrial life isn't just thrilling, it's unsettling for many. This mixture of excitement and fear could define how humanity handles the eventual truth, whatever that truth may be. If contact with extraterrestrials is a real possibility, how will governments and societies respond? Will we rally together as a global community, or will panic set in? The idea that extraterrestrial life is out there isn't new, though. For decades, scientists have speculated about the possibility of life beyond Earth. One of the earliest attempts to quantify this possibility came in the form of the Drake equation in the 1950s. This equation sought to estimate the number of extraterrestrial civilizations capable of communication within the Milky Way galaxy. While the equation sparked interest, it didn't provide a definitive answer. The search for extraterrestrial life continues, and the Drake equation still serves as a starting point for discussions about the odds of finding alien civilizations. But there's something new in the air now. The question isn't just about if we will make contact, but when. What if the government has already been hiding the truth for years? The Pentagon's declassification of UFO footage in 2020 was a pivotal moment, but it's only a small piece of the puzzle. For decades, conspiracy theorists have argued that the government has been covering up knowledge of extraterrestrial life. Whether the truth has been hidden or simply never discovered is still a matter of debate. But one thing is certain, the pieces are slowly coming together, and the picture is more complex than we could have imagined. The more we uncover, the more it becomes clear that we're at a crossroads. The discovery of extraterrestrial life, whether it's microbial or intelligent, will fundamentally alter our understanding of life, science, and even our own planet. But it's not just the discovery that poses a challenge, it's the impact on our global society. Could this new knowledge change how we see each other, how we see the Earth, or even our place in the universe? The discovery of alien life could offer a new pathway for scientific advancement, perhaps unlocking technologies and ideas we can barely dream of today. Yet it could also pose a threat if the intentions of extraterrestrial civilizations are less than friendly. Eventually, we have to ask ourselves, are we ready for what lies beyond our planet? As we move closer to unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos, it's essential that we do so with caution and awareness. The discoveries of the coming decades could shape humanity's future in ways we're only beginning to understand. Will we embrace the knowledge, or will it prove to be a Pandora's box we wish we hadn't opened? The answer may lie in how we prepare for the unknown, because, as history has shown, sometimes the truth is stranger and more dangerous than we could have ever imagined. When it comes to extraterrestrial life and aliens, the theories and speculations have reached new heights. But the real questions arise when the military and government get pulled into the conversation. How exactly is the military connected to space-related phenomena? And what's the history behind the military's involvement in keeping secrets about encounters with the unknown? These theories might be wilder than you think. The military's secrets about UFOs unveiled. The military's silence on UFOs and extraterrestrial life has always been a fascinating mystery. For years, government officials dismissed UFO sightings as nothing more than misidentified aircraft or weather phenomena. The idea that something truly extraordinary might be happening right under our noses was outlandish. Until recent events started to change everything. The most recent developments have raised more questions than answers, suggesting that maybe, just maybe, the truth has been hidden in plain sight all along. In November 2024, the Pentagon dropped a bombshell with its latest report, acknowledging more than 750 new unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAP sightings from May 23 to June 24. The report, released by the newly established All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, claimed that while most of these sightings could be explained, many still defied logical explanation. This marks a major departure from the government's usual stance of dismissing UAPs as irrelevant. But here's the kicker. Could these unexplained phenomena be pointing to something far more mind-boggling than we ever imagined? The report carefully avoided saying that these UAPs are from extraterrestrial sources, but the growing number of strange occurrences raises the question, are we dealing with something far beyond our understanding? To understand why this shift is so significant, let's look back at some key moments in history when the military's silence on UFOs has raised eyebrows. Take the Roswell incident of 1947, for instance. When a mysterious object crashed in New Mexico, it was initially reported as a flying disc, only for the government to quickly retract the statement, claiming it was just a weather balloon. This sudden reversal only fueled suspicions that there was more to the story than the public was being told. For decades, this cover-up has been a cornerstone for conspiracy theorists who believe the government has been hiding the truth about UFOs. But even after the Roswell incident, the military kept its cards close to its chest. Fast forward to 2017, and the New York Times revealed the existence of a secret Pentagon program, the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, which was set up in 2007 to investigate UFOs. Up until that point, the public had no idea that such a program even existed. So what was the Pentagon really hiding? And why keep it under wraps for so long? The release of previously classified videos from AATIP showing UFOs behaving in ways that defy known physics only added fuel to the fire, sparking a worldwide debate on whether the government was hiding more than it was willing to admit. One of the most talked about incidents came in 2004, when U.S. Navy pilots encountered a strange tic-tac-shaped object off the coast of California. The object was described as moving in ways that seemed to defy the laws of physics: rapid acceleration, sharp turns, and instantaneous changes in direction. Despite the detailed accounts from military personnel and radar data, the military did little to address the situation at the time. In fact, it wasn't until years later that the public even got wind of the story. Could this be proof that the military was aware of something far more extraordinary and simply chose to keep it hidden? It seems likely that the government knew more than it let on, but for reasons unknown, chose not to disclose it to the public. As we continue to unravel this web of secrecy, one thing becomes clear. The military's reluctance to release information about UFOs and extraterrestrial life may be tied to something bigger than just national security concerns. While it's easy to chalk up the military's silence to a desire to protect sensitive technology or avoid mass panic, there's a growing feeling that the government might have been hiding the truth for much longer than we thought. In fact, as recent disclosures in declassified documents suggest, the reality of extraterrestrial life might not be as far-fetched as we once believed. So why the secrecy? It's possible that the military's silence is not just about protecting information, but about controlling the narrative. The fear of public panic or societal upheaval could be a major factor. But could there be another reason for the government's refusal to acknowledge these phenomena more openly? What if the military isn't just keeping UFOs under wraps, but is actively working to understand and possibly even harness whatever technology these mysterious objects represent? The recent Pentagon reports and declassified footage raise more questions than they answer. Is it possible that the government has been sitting on this information for years, hoping we'd eventually connect the dots? With each new release, the narrative begins to shift, and what once seemed like a fringe conspiracy theory starts to look more and more like a reality. But we have to ask ourselves, if the truth really is out there, why has it taken so long to get to the bottom of it? The more we learn, the more it becomes clear that we are on the brink of discovering something that could change everything. Whether these UAPs are evidence of extraterrestrial technology or simply advanced military hardware that's been kept from the public eye, one thing is certain: the military secrecy has set the stage for a dramatic revelation. Could this be the beginning of a new chapter in our understanding of the universe? Or just another chapter in the government's long history of concealment? The truth, as always, remains elusive, but the pieces are starting to fall into place. And with each new report, the mystery deepens. We may be closer than ever to discovering what the military has known all along. And perhaps, just perhaps, it's wilder than we could have ever imagined. So what do you think? Are these drones something we should be concerned about? Are they under the government's control, or is there something far more mysterious at play? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you found the video interesting, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more intriguing stories on the world and beyond. Thanks for watching.